How many hands do we have from yesterday? Let's get the stream started. Announcements. My bankroll's inaccurate, it's lower, guys. Did I even upload the hands from yesterday? I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't. It's just to fold so much that it's hard. But the red line isn't going up, so maybe not enough big bluffs. These hands are always so brutal. So many brutal hands. Feels like it's just like, in order for me to get stacked, I just need like god coolers usually, so unfortunately I feel like I'm running into it. But short-term poker doesn't matter, it's just like, obviously you start to get more like sensitive to it when you lose basically 8 sessions in a row. Like you have one break-even session, and then you win once, and then you just lose it the next day. It's quite mentally taxing, but I don't really care. Let's have an energy drink and fucking lock in today, boys. Need the ADHD at a high level. Okay. Let's look at how like punt this bluff is. Exploitatively, I guess it's bad. My opponent's just gonna block all his ace-x for no reason, like to try and like do some induced bullshit. I think his hand would just be a better check raise category as well. It's definitely not. I don't think it's a great hand to bluff with. We're just gonna call Queen 7 here. You raise ace-x with bad suits, 77, threes. But he pots it. Size are a little off, I guess. Guys, I'm at 100 concurrent viewers. I'm at 100 concurrents. My poker is doing 34 averages this month on Twitch. So it should get to the point where it's like relatively close. I don't know. So anyways, is he block? Okay, never mind. Get this guy an organization, bro. Queen 7. Okay, likes calling. All in is losing. I obviously knew this one wasn't perfect all in hand. You just jam like more around the straights region. You like the diamond. Why is that? I guess opponent's blast plays his 9-6 more. But... I guess your opponent just naturally has less 6 of diamonds bluffs. That's like the idea, right? Yeah, because like they bet the like 10-6, Jack-6, Queen-6 with a backdoor flush draw, but not as much of the other shit. On average, it does jam some 6-6 of diamonds though. We jammed. Yeah, it does mostly call them. We obviously are over bluffing. Obviously, I went folds from this region, so. Still, though, it's like no one ever gives me any credit, bro. They just fucking call. It's like if I'm gonna get pure called by this hand, though, it's like what's the incentive to actually jam? Realistically, obviously you want folds from this, so it's not the worst ever. But yeah. Obviously, the opponent's starting to fold some 7x, so Queen 7. It only loses one big, though. And he took forever to call, so it's... Compare and contrast with yours, bro. Look at my graph. Okay, so it's even worse than this now. We were doing okay here. The from like day 20 to day 40 is like our best profits. So both of our 30-day windows, my 30-day window is gonna suck one way and the next day. Both months have been fucking dog, honestly. I mean, I guess it'd be 10K the first month. I hope I can get the rake back thing soon. I just don't understand. Like, this run is like, at least the blue line's fucking fixing itself again. This 500 L shot take, holy shit. I don't know, I just feel like I'm seeing coolers at like a 3 times rate than I'm used to, so. I don't know. Yesterday just wasn't my day, though. Like, I ran top pair in a set, like, 3 times. Like, shit. Go next, bro. Also, some of these small pots, I feel like I'm just missing shit. That red line, well, rake is a nightmare in GG, yeah. Plus, like, honestly, I am in my head with the streaming. As I get higher stakes, guys, I'll probably start fixing my red a little bit more. Like, I just don't trust these bad players to, like, fold and up sometimes. I just feel like they're more likely to make a mistake calling. The way I like to play is I like to, like, play big sizes, because, like, that's just how I like to play. But, like, I see horrendous bluff catches, like, basically this range call. And it just kind of throws me off. I just feel like I don't need to bluff to win. Like, obviously, like, normally, like, you just print to the stake by folding. But a lot of people, like, they know I'm streaming, and they just try to be heroes. They just all want to be heroes in the chat, so. Just, I don't know. Plus, like, they don't bluff at all. They don't bluff at all versus me. They literally don't. So, I just have to fold. It's kind of boring, but whatever. I mean, if you look at every session by itself, the red's not that bad. These are losing sessions, too, so it's naturally going to be lower. Because, like, obviously, if you're not going to, like, it's not like it's a plummet every session. Like, I don't know. This is obviously a losing session, so. Like, it's not like the worst each session. It's just like, I don't know. This was a 24-hour stream, so I'm sure my red's not the best. But yeah. Anyway, let's look at some hands. This line's kind of boring, so. If you guys got hands, post them in the Discord and I'll review them. Damn, I didn't review that many hands yesterday. Wait, let me load up my GG and close this graph. Let's load the hand node and just review the hands from there. From yesterday, because I didn't mark that many hands. Did I close it? Yeah, I did. I'm extra nitty on stream with having the sim open while I have my client open. So I don't want any fucking weirdos in the chat. Alright, this is our bankroll, boys. We got 600 in cash dollars, so we're at 15 something. So we're still doing okay. I don't know. How was yesterday's session? Is that yesterday's session? Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, this is just not my day. We started off hot, and then we lost, like, and I was feeling pretty good, and yeah, then it was just McDonald's cards for a while. Obviously, I complain a lot, but I'm just kind of fed up a little. It just feels like my opponents are not out here battling. Like I know I complain, but it's just like that's what I'm complaining about. It's like I'm playing versus people that aren't even trying to play back, and they get to play back because of the deck, and I'm kind of fed up with it. So, okay. Let's upload the hands now on my hand node and let's review some of them. But I gotta be calm today. Like, I can't complain, so. But just if I talk about it, like, it does put me in a bad mood. Because I am kind of fed up with being in this, like, stake. I want to play real poker. Like, it feels like my opponents are like, I could play the best line ever, and then it's just, like, absolute guessing game. And basically the exploit is always just have cards. It feels like I come away with. There's some spots where some opponents, they probably overfold, but then. I wonder if this spot's correct. So it's cold 4. We bet. He just gets it in. I guess it's fine. This spot's actually underrated, so let's study how to play flop here. Why not? Let's just look at every spot. Okay, so can we just upload it in the GG? If I just copy. Sorry about my fucking thingy thing. Oh, upload. Yeah, if you guys want to do a hand review, let's do that. You just put the shit down. Oh, look at obviously my hand is brain dead. Let's go to study spot because I don't really care. I want to look at how to play the flop. I figured you probably could check more with Queen of Hearts. But, oh, it is a range bet on the low. So, I thought it'd be half butter check, but if you make it like King Jack 4, is that when it's half butter check? Yeah, okay. King Queen would still pure bet and Ace King basically. You just like just directly cap your checking range, I guess. You just don't care. You just check your Jack X because it's not good enough to stack off. Okay, well, this hand's really broing then. Next hand is like whatever. I don't really care if my opponent raises or not. Oh, this is versus a rec. Versus a rec. Is this heads up? Yeah. Yeah, let's look at this heads up hand. I could check turn, but what does it do for me? Because he's just gonna be weighted towards Ace King. The reason I jam is I think that like he could hero call Ace King. First the jam. So obviously he's probably not playing too many jams, and then yeah, King 10 will raise. Do we have King 10 of diamonds? Let's play. No, right? Why does diamonds not like raising? You like raising because I guess you want to unblock like. Bro, this guy's not playing jams here with Ace 8. The Ace of Spades. Promise you that much. Because he doesn't even have suited stuff, so wait, why does... I guess because his 10 of diamonds, like slow playing, because he unblocks 10-9. I don't know. This is quite an odd line. I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, I should just jam, I guess. But I like the min raise because I think it lets people make mistakes. Like they'll call random bullshit because they're just afraid of getting exploited, and then they just fold. They just get the folds. Like yeah, they'll pure call this shit, and folds. I think that's kind of what happened. What was the card? What was the turn? It was like something dog. Oh, 4 diamonds. I'm assuming if I play the size, I just have to jam now. Yeah, you could check, I guess, a little. If we check, he probably jams Ace King sometimes. Yeah, this is why I don't want to check, because I don't know if this happens enough. He's supposed to call Ace King, I'm sure. Yeah. So, and Queen Jack, if he has it. I think he just probably has too much Ace King. Obviously, my size was probably a little bigger because he went to like B33. Anyways, these lines are boring. Yeah. I like my line, obviously. Jam is also in the cards. I think it's a little too thin though. What the heck are these hands? Oh yeah, this hand I just felt like my opponent was gonna be full of it on turn, so and that he was never gonna bluff river, which is like obviously the exploit. So Because I don't want to only call diamonds here that are gonna call river, because then you don't get the exploit. So yeah, force him to follow through. Anyway, winning pots are kind of boring. Losing pots can also be boring, but I think they're probably more likely to have errors. I guess you can look at this hand. This is the hand my opponent emojied into me, but I decided I was just gonna go with it regardless. I didn't want to get leveled by the emoji. I feel like on average, if someone emojis, they're more likely to call you, but. Oh, it is an error. Fuck, I'm bad at poker. Fuck. Where is it an error? Is it turn or river? If it's river, that sucks, because I decided on river is good. I'm always so dumb in these spots. Like, I naturally feel like I massively underbuffed them, so then, like, when I have a decent hand, I feel like I have to go with it. But, like, I probably should just, like, I probably just don't want to jack here, eh? Like, I kind of felt the jack was bad, but then I thought, like, I just didn't have enough hands if I didn't jam this. But I guess it's true that, like, I should just be check folding this. But everyone just calls me a fucking nit on stream. Like, they're like, oh, you gotta jam jack high there. I don't know, a lot of people that just don't play heads up. So, I don't know, maybe I level myself. I'm feeling like I have to just bluff more than I should, but yeah, I feel like I got the spot right. Jack 9 of hearts definitely betting a lot. But then on the river, like, Jack X is just a lot of his folds because he has hands like Queen Jack. He's supposed to fold Ace Jack. I don't even think he's gonna fold that much. That's why it's kind of even worse. Oh, it's 10 of diamonds. Wait. I think Jack 9 of hearts worse, I think. No, it doesn't matter. 6-5 pure betting. Yeah, because then now you have more 6-5 and 8-6. And these hands are obviously better, chat. Like, just like these hands on river are just obviously always going to be better because they unblock more folds. But I thought, like, my opponent might not have a lot of, like, Jack 9 himself. But yeah. We should still look at how to play river, but yeah, definitely bad. It's not like the worst hand in the world. Obviously, I don't think I'm good enough to find blocks here. Like, you actually can find them, but I'm just gonna simply play the jammer check. It's not the worst hand in the world, but yeah. You obviously want to block like a random. You want to block King 6 and King 5 and King 6 because these hands will call river. Like, I don't think a villain's supposed to fold a single king on river, so you definitely want to block these hands. That's why you don't like jamming as much with the 6-5. But yeah, the opponent's most common folding hand on the river is gonna be Queen Jack for sure. So yeah, that's why you just don't want to jack here. You don't even want to jack or an 8. Opponent's main folds are gonna consist of like Jack 9, Queen X, and 6X. You obviously gotta pick something. You can't just check everything, but that's why you prefer 6-5. You don't like the spade because you'd might as well block King 6. Yeah, 9-8. You just don't like. 9-8 is weird. You don't like the heart either, eh? I guess like you just want to. Because these are the 4x hands, but I doubt your opponent has these 4x hands, right? There's no way he has 9-5 and 9-4 on river. I mean, 9-5 or A4. Yeah, he doesn't, so. I guess it's like 10-9 is a fold, so like you don't want to block 10-9 of hearts. That's the advantage to having the diamond. Well, I know the advantage to diamond, but what's the difference between clubs? Well, I guess you unblock 9-7 and this. Yeah, I guess that's why clubs is better because hearts will block 9-7 and 10-9. But obviously, I'm not gonna find this pure. But I should probably like get better at thinking about this shit. But yeah, on river it's just a slight overbluff. But if opponent's like over defending, it's okay. But I probably actually should find give up here. Plus, like you do actually have some checking EV, and you actually don't in practice. Like, wait, let's look at the checking EV. Is it 0? Yeah, it is 0. So like if you check, your opponent has to pure jam anything that loses to it. So it's actually 0. But like you kind of still force your opponent to jam these hands. But obviously your checking range is so capped. You just jam all your king highs here. It's just the nature of the spot. You can trap king 10 blocking checkbacks. Just because your opponent should pure jam his bluffs, and you just block the calls. You're checking ace high actually too, blocking checkbacks as well. It's because like your incentive with like middle and king high is never to trap because you actually just aren't gonna make that much as a bluff catch. But also, if your opponent jams too thin on you, it's like very profitable. If your opponent's gonna find, I guess it's like really hard to jam thin here. Eh? It would have to be like ace 10. But some people might find this, but I don't know how you would find that, to be honest. And it's such a polar spot. Oof, what a spot. But yeah, definitely. It's not like the worst mistake in the world. Like, it's not like jamming queen jack here, which apparently is not even as bad somehow. Which I would not jam queen jack. I would definitely never jam ace jack as well. It's weird that these hands will jam. It's weird that this hand in the betting line makes money. Is it because your opponent, like, frequency bluff catches ace jack? Or he bluff catches ace queen? That's crazy. So, like, sometimes you get called and you win on a chop. That's why you jam it. Because it's also, like, your opponent could, like, hero you with ace jack, so it's like a merge, kind of. Like, you fold out 7x and get called, but I don't know. I can't imagine. Because that's why this hand's jamming, because look how much checking EV it has. It would never jam as a bluff. Like, it doesn't, its blockers aren't that fucking nuts. It can like get called as a chop. If you put your opponent to pure fold this hand, I doubt it makes money as a bet anymore. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So this is okay in the betting line though. That's weird. I guess now your opponent's overfolding, but yeah, now it makes more as a check. Anyway. Oh, now I have pure jam jack 9. So overbluffing here, it just takes pure folding ace queen and it makes money. I don't know if my opponent's necessarily the type to like massively overfold ace queen here. You could pure call it, so I don't think it's like necessarily like a great read by me. I just want to jam some stuff as a bluff. But honestly, if I thought this hand was not pure bluff jamming, I would have checked there. I just thought like I don't block that much 9-8 because I figured opponents will fold 9-8s a lot on flop. But obviously this is not fully true. Obviously 9-8 off has to fold, right? And also like he only has 9-8 suited where they don't have like queen jack off, right? So like, if opponent's pure calling this, like let's say they overcall these hands, then like but still like I guess having a jack is still always bad. Like I should just be aware of like having a jack here is just garbage. And I should know that and not bluff any hand with a jack. Like do you bluff a single hand with a jack? Obviously we gotta like refresh the node. Sorry, this is boring. But anyways, guys, basically like when you're on river, like you just don't want to have like on river or turn, you just want to think about spots in a way where like you just don't want the worst. Like what is the main card your opponent's folding, and that should just decide what your bluffs are. Whereas a lot of people will have like bad processes, like I'm at the bottom of my range, or their absolute hand strength, which doesn't really matter in a lot of spots, like in wide range spots, because you can't like if you have more hands on the board than miss, which here you will, because you have so much equity driven hands that you're allowed to overbluff, because like you're not bluffing that much zero EV hands. By the time you get to river, you want to really be thinking about what is my opponent's main folding region. It's funny that like you play this like block range built around like fucking getting your opponent to call more 10x. It's so crazy. Obviously, like I'm not a cyborg, so I'm not finding this. You just build a range around queens and jacks. Maybe one day I'll be that good. Maybe I could be good enough one day at heads up, but today's not the day. Obviously, you are potting some 4x, so you do get there. But it's why you like Jack 9 of diamonds more so, because you block like obviously less 9-8 by the river, right? Because your opponent's not gonna have 9-8 suited with the diamonds to fold the river. Like this is less folds. So yeah. Like people obviously know that from the flush draw heuristic, but also there is some times where like the board is good for you, so your opponent might overfold. Like obviously you want to think practically when bluffing. Generally you want to be bluffing versus people that are going to overfold, and whether that's depending on the node or depending on certain things. For example, if my opponent's gonna pure call ace queen here, it's like not very. Let's do some node locking here where. Yeah, now we just don't bluff, right? So if opponent pure calls his queen shot, you see you just don't even bluff. So because there's no hand in this spot that's gonna block enough equity. Everything jamming will just be losing. So this is why you guys will see some super nitty checkbacks on stream, because like it just doesn't make money. If your opponent just calls slightly too wide, it just never makes money. So the spot always has to be overfolded. And now like you can't know that, which is why like a lot of MD guys and some people that come in my stream say, oh da da da. But I just like struggle to bluff spots that I just feel like people overcall. And obviously like it's like why would they start overcalling? Like the issue is I've downside of being a streamer, so the second I say a guy's a station, like he can start overfolding and I lose the exploit, which is the exploit is the guy's just gonna overcall. So, especially when you pick big sizes too, where you need like 20% of your opponent can only call like 20 to 15% of his range, and he starts calling like 50% of it because like he justifies everything as a blocker. Yeah, those players are just the absolute worst to bluff. So, but yeah, so it really comes down to ace queen in this hand, which is why like it has to mix. So, obviously every bluff catcher just loses money. It's just node lock to him calling 61% here. Which is honestly MDF, right? It's like close to MDF, but the difference on this board is I have a range advantage, so. But anyway, on to the next. And also, you can see that spot, by the way, like, chat, like, there's no hand that has, like, really good properties as a blocker. Like, none of the bluffs are making that much money. Like, every hand that was bluffing was making, like, 0.8 bigs. Like, it was just, like, so easy to defend optimally from villain that, like, it's not gonna be, like, you just bluff for the sake of bluffing, really, in that node. Like, bluffs don't really make money without overfolds. And it's no one's gonna overfold there. So, yeah. The overfold is, like, maybe folding out ace queen. Even then, I make 0.1 bigs. Like, he had king 10 in practice, so it doesn't really matter. For example, my bluff could have been making money. Anyway, let's look on another hand. Oh, we already did this one. Well, this hand was kind of sus by me. I kind of like turn my brain off. I just don't think people are going to fold enough here, so probably an overplay, but let's look at it. It just turned double flush drawn. I figured like jams would just be a thing here. Obviously, I think the money would go in no matter what. Like, it would be tough to get away from this. Like, obviously, I could just be like, oh, I'll play in such a nitty pool and check fold on turn, but I don't know. Checking flop is also a thing. I think I did roll. Looks like my size is incorrect though. It should just feel like high frequency small. Double blocking ace queen. It's just not the best here. You probably want a diamond. Why is my thing like stretched? Like I'm playing Counter-Strike right now. What did I do? Oh. Anyway. Yeah, you just don't really play too many polar sizes from these positions. Six of clubs can't be good for me. Oh, let's just do 6 of hearts. And what do I have? The equivalent to like ace of clubs, ace of hearts, basically. Yeah, same hand. Just doesn't really matter actually. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Obviously, my opponent just nice hand. Okay. This one I want to look at because I feel like I know this spot pretty well, so I'd be kind of taken aback if I'm wrong. What is it? Queen d7. Yeah, I like to just simplify to b75 or check here, and you just build the big bet around this range advantage. Well, mainly this is your only range advantage you have on this board. But it looks like on the lower board you can play some of this stuff, but I simplified to just b75 here. It doesn't change the EV. You're not actually doing that well on this board. If you look at the top pair advantage, button has more top pair, having more like this stuff and like having more density. But you have an advantage in the overpairs. So that's why you just play b75. You like mainly bet your overpairs, and you don't bet that much. but you bet them twice as much. So anyway, king queen, we find the check, because if you gotta play the strategy, you have to check fucking king queen, or you're just not checking enough. So we check. Opponent bets small with his fucking sevens, and this hand check raises a lot, I think. Maybe not so much. Like maybe it's not a pure check raise, but anyway, we play check raise. And now from this on, it's pointless. From here on, it's pointless. Like it doesn't really matter. But for the sake of like understanding how to play turns, we just go with the jam on the deuce. But maybe it's like I felt like the SPR was quite big, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. You can double check actually. I could have checked again with the. Actually, with the club, it doesn't like checking. I wonder why that is. Is it because opponent's supposed to fast play more of his clubs? Or he just stabs, he just happens to stab less of his clubs on flops. So it's like this weird heuristic where he's supposed to like be good enough at the game where he like checks more with the backdoor flush draw. But like this stuff just probably doesn't matter in real life. Anyone know if Club WT Gold is available? Yeah, I don't know. Obviously Villain had 7s here, chat, so go next hand. Oh, played again. Cope. This hand we just ran into aces. This hand was just a wreck. This hand, probably not the best. Versus a wreck. I guess we can look at this hand. This was 4-bet pot, and our opponent played b10 on the river. I figured, like, we don't... I feel like we play, like, half-water check if opponent doesn't play leads. We should probably roll. We're just probably supposed to call river. That's probably our huge error. I just didn't think he was ever bluffing in a million years for that size. What? No wonder the node played out so fucking garbage. What? I probably am not studying in depth enough today, but whatever. We're about to start playing chat. I just want to start this stream every day with the studies. And then we get to the playing. Oh, he doesn't play leads. Oh, I guess we should just bet on this board. We do have ace queen. Maybe I'm just bad at heads up. We do mix check back, so it's not the worst line ever, but I thought it was better for villain than it is. Because he never has ace queen off. He just jams it. That's not happening in reality. Can I like give him ace queen pure? Okay, there we go. And then let's give him ace queen pure and remove leads. And then let's see what we do. Obviously, at 100 bigs, it probably plays out differently in theory. Okay, we check way more. Obviously, oh, I'm node locking, exploiting. Yeah, but it just is what it is. Jack of diamonds has to be a good card for him. And I'm probably supposed to just rip over the top at a frequency on the 4 diamonds, like just because like it is like one like if you have bluffs, like it is okay. But he just does his like voodoo B33 milk strat because he's just a pro and he's just the best player in the world, and we just mainly call ace king. Wait, why don't we have it now? I don't get what's going on. Oh, because I node lock this guy to have checks pure here. Yeah. Fold sometimes, the AD, and then, yeah, so it's already close, and then what do we get on the river? Like some garbage. 4 diamonds. We're definitely supposed to jam sometimes. We probably should have jammed, to be honest, but I just felt like people were just, they don't fold this spot. Actually, let's go all in. I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, we go ETN, and I'm assuming my hand jams a good amount. Yeah. But fold's completely fine. And I just thought this spot would be overcalled because people don't fold made hands versus me. So yeah, they would just look like, oh, I'm such a genius. I'm gonna call Jack 10. So this shit, obviously, maybe I'm too nitty. I don't know. I'm just so sick of getting called by burgers. Let's look at this hand because this hand had me actually in the blender. This is the hand that ended my day with just the amount of tilt I experienced. So obviously, it's like the guys like. Obviously, I just complain about it on stream, but there's just certain spots where I just feel like everyone thinks they're a fucking pro. Looks like I made the mistake by betting turn. It's probably like slight overplay, but I just knew my opponent was going to overcall, as you'll see in the hand. Let's like replay. Calling river is okay. It's like mixed. I probably could fold this one in period, but yeah. My opponent's main sizes should probably be all in though, but I don't know. I just feel like opponent could probably just jam everything that beats a 9 and ace 9. And like B75 should be like built around like weaker 9x of diamonds with some traps in there that like block calls, and then you just have to bluff catch your 9x and like it's fine. Obviously he bet a hand that like he probably doesn't bet very often, so he probably just range betting the spot, which will change the sim. Because I literally thought like this guy is I think he's worse than range betting the spot, like no joke. Like this guy's more likely to trap a fucking 7 here than he is to fucking not bet a hand that shouldn't bet. Like legitimately that's how this guy plays. So because he likes trapping, but so obviously king 7 bets, I mean raises. Wait, is it even two-tone? It is. So obviously we raise because he has to call it now. I'm assuming my turn bet's not going to be as bad. Likes B50 to bet more of the 7x, but we obviously size up exploitatively because we are going to get called more than we should, which is my whole intention with this hand. So it's just only slightly losing, but like I said, Chad, I mean, imagine if he's pure calling ace jack here, he's pure calling ace 9, he's pure calling every fucking ace in the deck. Like we're obviously we got him in this hand, right? We absolutely got him. He's pure calling fucking king queen probably all this hand. He's probably pure calling. He's not folding any ace king. We definitely fucked him in this hand, right? But the river fucked us harder. Yeah, I'm still tilted about it. I just hate when I have an exploit in it because I could just tell how people are gonna play versus me, and then they just get bailed out by the deck. It just bothers me. Like it just makes me feel like poker is just like the most brain dead game sometimes. Like I don't know. Like I just like make a frequency error by doing something pure, and this guy makes like an absolute objective error, and I counter him too because my frequency error is just like my value bet on turn if he's pure calling all this garbage, you guys, is probably making like infinite. Anyway, can this like I don't know why drawing mode doesn't work. I'm already tilted before I started playing. But today's gonna be a fun day. And then rivers, the 9 of clubs, and I'm assuming he's supposed to actually just like all in. So anyway, we're supposed to block now, which we didn't, which I could have found, but I kind of wanted to like let him just stab. He's not all in here actually. He is at a frequency, but yeah, my opponent. I guess I should run fold. I just didn't have the stomach. It looks like he sized down as well. Oh, it is a call. It is a call. Just not with the king of diamonds, because like he could bluff king of diamonds, right? And you also don't block king deuce. So I guess it's not all in. It's just overbet. So it's not the worst size actually. I guess like I just have too much deuce X like that I could trap if he was to all in these hands. Tilting while reviewing spots. I mean, it's just so fucking cringe that I just know that he knows that he's gonna overcall the spot because he thinks like I'm not gonna go thin, and he's just gonna range call his bullshit, and then he just here you go deck, like here's a 9. If it's an ace I can fold, if it's a 9 of diamonds I can fold, but he gets the offsuit 9. It's just so cringe, man. It's genuinely just so cringe. I don't think he's gonna check back enough hands here, genuinely, so that's why I call. Like I don't know, maybe like he does have too much 8-6 and bullshit and like 9-6. If he had 9-6, it still fucking wouldn't tell me. It's the fact that he just made an error calling and then he just bailed out. It just bothers me. Honestly, the spot, now that I think about it, is probably just losing a call. Or maybe it's a tilt call, genuinely. Because like he has to bluff diamonds, right? And some people aren't good enough. They'll like have this like ancient heuristic where they think they don't bluff flush draws here. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, you could have like a lot of ace-x here. I don't know. It tilts me because like I just run so bad heads up lifetime, like genuinely, like these types of spots, like I don't know, like I can't hit a fucking flush draw. This guy can hit an offsuit 9, like it's just crazy. And well played, man. Outplayed me. Okay, this hand I should just fold flop. Like this guy was just doing this twice on these like dry boards. The jam I wanted to call, but whatever. But this guy's like a nit. I thought he would slow down, honestly. That's why I called flop. I thought he would slow down. But then we didn't even get like a card that we could like he should overbluff that spot. Because it's like I lose so much EV because I'm calling this guy a nit on stream. When we get higher chat, I'll try to be more like poised emotionally. Maybe I'm just not good enough to like actually be able to do it. I don't know if I trust myself. I don't think you guys believe in me in that regard. I wouldn't believe in me, so. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to be like, is it 5 deuce deuce or 5 deuce 5? I doubt it changes that much. Obviously, he picked like a kind of a McDonald's size, but like it can be exploitatively be good, right? Like I'm just never gonna bluff catch him. The issue is like he has to be like massively bluffing the spots, and like the 9 of hearts is probably not very good. He could have like 10-9. In fact, he'll probably maybe fire it more with the 9 of hearts and give up 10-9 off, for example. I'm sure I could fold flop at a frequency. I don't know. But people are saying like maybe he's range bluffing you. Like you guys were here for that, some of you. Maybe he's range bluffing you now because you're calling him a nit, and we saw like 4 checkbacks that are all losing versus the guy that you know is gonna overfold versus you. He's not like a nit pre though. Most of these guys at this stake are not nits pre. Like they play pretty accurate pre. I wouldn't say I wouldn't bet my life he has fucking king 6 here, but he could have too much king queen off, for example, king jack off, right? Like I don't know. Like I should probably change the range, but it's just like I don't really care. Like I'd rather learn how the spot plays out for like when I move up in stakes. Like I don't need Sims to beat Rake Boss at this point in my life. Like I hope I don't. Like I'm not running Sims to beat these like doomers. I'm more curious about how the spot plays out objectively for when I play higher stakes. And then like higher stakes, I'll make the small tweaks on exploits based on like maybe range. Maybe if people at 10k were making these errors, I'd be more interested. Or 5k or 2k even. But like I don't really care to like run Sims to like exploit a guy. If he never bluffs, what do I do? Fold. Like I'm basically just making a really complex argument to just get the result of just the obvious intuitive result is fold. Yeah, exactly. I've seen a couple dudes though. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've done it, but I've been underdoing it, but that's because I'm playing a McDonald's steak. Okay. Yeah, you just go all in. I'm assuming we can call. Yeah, but I mean it's break even versus the solver, which is like probably like exploitably it could make money, but like he could also just pure jam jacks. You could like I could see 10s here, and that's what I just didn't want to see. I was like if I saw like I might call it jacks in this line, or I might even call 10s, but like I'm not calling fucking 9s. If I see 10s here, I'd throw up. Like this guy knows I think he's an idiot and he's jamming 10s here. Like I would just be like, because like I could see a bad player just jam 10s here because they don't want to play the checking line because it's like it actually requires brain cells maybe. So yeah. What did I do here? Oh, this is versus Rack. This is versus Rack. Oh yeah, this guy had kings, bro. I'm actually curious about these spots. Like maybe I should just know better what to do. I figured like 4s would be a better bet here because like I unblock hands like 7-6 of hearts that are giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm unblocking more hands that fold, but it looks like maybe it doesn't like it. Because it is true, like, because I just felt like a villain won't have, like, as many low pocket pairs that I'm value-winning versus. The mistake could only be on turn, right? So I guess I made the error. That was my thought process in game. Now, if is it accurate? Maybe not. Why does it keep doing this? Oh my god. Fucking useless game. No wonder it's giving me a trillion mistakes. Give me. We're playing with our entire range. Wait. It's not giving me a flop. Oh, you just have to do it anyway? The club seems fine. Yeah, I mean, the club is, like, sometimes worse, right? It's like, this is not always true, but yeah, I think in general it's vibe. It's probably range bet here, but I don't know. Let's just play with normal. Like, I couldn't unlock RB. Obviously, never folding turn, duh. You don't fold much. And then if it's a range bet, you probably just don't fold anything. Just due to, like, also the mistakes people make on turn. Like, guys, I used to float so much wider here and bluff people, and now I feel like, obviously this is a while ago, but people, yeah, okay, so you go 75. Yeah, we're just not supposed to bet these hands small, I guess. That's, like, the error. So you don't even play a small betting range. You just only bet Queen X on turn. The amount of traps I face has to be so much more than what the average player faces. It's insane. Like, if you guys are watching, any of you guys that play in Ontario pool and you like play in the 200 pool and you watch my stream, are you guys getting trapped this much? Like, I just don't even understand. How am I getting trapped every hand? Like, I used to not. People say, like, there's no way people are playing different versus you, which maybe is true. Maybe it's in my head, but, like, how the fuck is every hand just trapped? Like, I don't get it, man. It's just. Everyone's, like, blocking to induce all the time. It's, like, disgusting, dude. Like, just bet your hands. Like, okay, this guy, like, mini bet me on turn with ace 3. I don't know. Yeah, this hand by me is a little odd. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it like does make money. It just looks like meme. Like, I think turn could be overfolded. Like, I think it's range bet flop, and then they just fold everything on turn that misses. Could jam. Like, I don't know. Old me would probably just jam more often. This guy just had Jack 10 and held. What the fuck? I remember this hand. He B75 flop. Dude, this hand was crazy, dude. Guys, chat. Everyone here, guess what villain has? Guess what villain has? I'll give you a hint. He's 3,000 IQ. His IQ is unmatched. That's my only hint. B75 flop, which is fine. It's a big size flop. We call King 7, unblocking some bluffs on the flop. And then you just want to call 7x. Now I probably could fold this hand, but I figured, like, yeah, I don't know. I call sometimes. Turn, check. River, he checks. No, it doesn't. It doesn't pick 4/4. When you put a smaller size, it just doesn't even play it really. Yeah. I think his opponent is checking too much 10x on turn, so like you just don't play to bet. You think he has ace queen? Okay, we got one guess for ace queen. Decent guess. I mean, I could see it. Like, you pairs up on the turn, Potter check. Any other guesses before we see what my opponent's hand is? My hint is he's 3,000 IQ. My hint is he's 3,000 IQ. It's my only hint. I'll give it like 10 more seconds. I'd appreciate someone else guess. Action is B75 flop, check, and I obviously check back. So we got one guess for ace queen, but I guess no one else has it. No one else has a clue what's going on. So. All right, guys. He has nines. How many of you guys would have thought he had nines? His IQ is unmatched. These guys are heads up prodigies, bro. Like, I don't even understand what's going on. This is what I mean when I feel like I'm losing to the deck, because, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is why I feel like I'm losing the deck, because my opponents are literally, like, I feel like they're falling asleep, hitting the bet button on their keyboard, and then they're just, like, winning the hand because I get dealt king 7 here, instead of just all the ace x I have, all the queen x, like, it's just all the bluffs I could have. Like, to me, it just feels like I don't. Any of you guys guessed 9, I would have guessed you are the dude, and I'm gonna ban you from my stream. Doesn't seem like, obviously it's like a polar bet strategy. I don't know. Maybe nines is just gonna be fucking smashing here. I mean, it only loses 1.2 based on the flop. I mean, it's not that. It probably loses less if you go 75. It might be 5,000 IQ. Like, you also made a close call on the flop. Yeah, but that's because people don't triple enough. Which is my logic. I mean, my hand is like in another category, bro. Like, I don't know. Like to the victim. Look at this hand. B75 flop, heads up. Turn ace. River 6. Check, check, check. Nines. He's just a genius, dude. Okay, so I know luck basically all 7x to call and it still loses money. You just bet other hands thinner, maybe. Like, my opponents are literally bashing their head against their monitor, I feel like. And they're just winning. Like, it's crazy. That's why I feel like I'm running bad, because it's like... guys, imagine I'm just on stream betting nines here. For no reason. I'm like, oh, fuck. I know. I'm just sick of losing, guys. I'm just, like, this, like... I'm not, like, down on my, like, skill. I don't think, like, I'm cursed. I don't think... I'm just... It's short-term variance, but it doesn't mean... Just because I know it's short-term... Like, I'm not, like, how some people are when they have a downswing. Like, I've made enough money in poker in my life. Like, if I was downswing in high stakes, maybe I'd think, like, oh, fuck, am I good enough? I would have these lingering thoughts. There's no doubt in my mind I'm winning the stake. There's zero doubt. But, like, it's just frustrating for me, because it's, like... What's it called? Also, I know enough, like, about my mistakes and the errors I make in my game versus my opponent's errors. Like, I can't logically convince myself I'm ever losing in these games. Even with the rake. Dude, it's trillion IQ. I love when my opponents just like, run these doom exploits. Like the fucking ace-9 hand versus me. And it's like, because my opponents try to counter-exploit me, right? Like, I try to play decently theoretical, and my opponents just do these, like, insane counter-exploits. And I know they're counter-exploits, so I'm getting even more EV. And I still lose, because the deck bails them out. And that's the shit that drives me insane. Like, this fucking... This hand is rent-free in my head for life. Genuinely. Like, the fact that I know he's going to call me too wide, I min-click because I know he's range betting. And he actually has a tell, like whatever, I'm not going to play versus Sky Higher 6, I'll say it. He likes to get tricky, and he traps back, like, he checks back flush draws here, and 7x, right? But he'll range bet when he has dog shit. So he has, like, a weak C-betting range, it's like a meme. I kind of used to play like that, that's why I know. But this guy's, like, probably one of the best 200 NL regs, to be honest. I don't know if he should be rated at that, because he just played 5, so I don't know. But for 200, he's definitely one of the tougher ones. Because these other guys are just, like, complete jokes. But... we check call is sus, but he has ace-9. Like, he called turn, like, I don't know. I'm just over it. I'm not over it. I'm like, what do you think money hand in 1-2 versus 2-5 you're making post-rake? I don't know. What is my, like, 200 NL results lifetime now? Like, not lifetime. Obviously, lifetime. I think lifetime I'm for sure beating the rake. This 90k hand sample is not as good anymore. It used to be better. The 500 NL has definitely not been fun, though. We were up for a bit. Oh my god. London Bridge is falling down, guys. Losing blue. My Fair Lady type shit. Excellent play. It is genius, though. I don't know. It's just annoying because my opponents are just, like, reading me like I'm a 5-L reg. He has too many bluffs here. He has only a flush draw. He's not ripping anything. And I just, like, if you watch my stream for 2 seconds, you know I just don't play like this. So then it's just like, it's just annoying. Like everyone's just running these doom exploits because they don't know how to play any other way. Basically, to be honest, like 99% of people just only know what to play off vibes, which is fine. I think vibes make more money, to be honest, than fucking theory. Clearly, but it's just annoying when they have the wrong vibes play and the deck just doesn't have good vibes. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, we're set up for a lit stream. I'm clearly gonna be in a good mood. Ace-9 Jam River. Yeah, I ran it. It's not the worst to play not Jam River. I think it's easier to just run Jam though. Redline seems to be tanking a bit. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Also, it's rakes. I just have higher red off stream. I know for a fact. So it's whatever. I do level myself into not redline. Like, the reason why is, like, I don't want to actually overbluff many nodes. I see so many overcalls recently that, like, to me, it just feels like every time I overbluff a node and get called, I just feel sick. Like, whereas I used to just not care. Like, I used to, like, okay, now I'll adapt, and now I'll start not underbluffing this guy. And it's a very good strategy. You can just overbluff certain people all the time, and the second you see a bad call, you just forever underbluff them, and they never adjust. But because I'm streaming, I just can't run the strategy anymore. Which, like, you guys can run. Like, technically, I could run it. People will say, oh, they're not going to adjust, but I just don't want to. You call jam, never call jam. Not in this pool. Like, I'm just being disciplined. Anytime I see a pot, a size bigger than pot, I just fold. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, like, I'm down like 100 fucking buy-ins versus these guys running all-ins. I think that, like, you never want to call a guy if he's jamming 2x pot if his heart's pounding. And I could just tell these guys, it just gives off that vibe. Like, you need so many bluffs in that spot, like, you shouldn't, like you're just, I don't know. I could just tell these guys are just, like, I don't know. How many times, chat, has a guy 2x pot bluffed on the stream, and I've called and I've been good? I'm supposed to be good, like, almost half the time. I've been good 0. Like, what the fuck am I doing? It's so easy to find the thin value bets, especially if you're understudied, but it's so hard to find the jams in a lot of these spots, so I just don't. Like, a lot of these guys are, like, B33ing and shit. It's like... What's the bankroll at? It's slightly lower than this. Yeah, you know, Haji, like, I've always had positive 1-1 soft flop my whole life, but it is true, like, I am probably over-adjusting and being a little too nitty. But at the same time, I don't think I'm running very well. Like, if you hit more value, your 1-1 soft flop goes up and your red goes up, so it goes both ways, right? Do you think you have a bit of... I have a huge ego. I don't have a little bit of an ego. And I'm potentially missing something? I'm missing a lot of things, so I'm nowhere near perfect. But I just don't think there's any, like... The last thing you want when you're playing poker, especially on stream, is, like, doubt. It's almost better to be... I find it's better to be almost ignorant. Like, I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to get better. Like, I'm doing a study stream right now. And, like, yes, there's... Like, if someone went through my data, I'm potentially missing something. But, like, also at the same time, like, I'd rather work on my game when I get to, like, 501k. Like, the last thing I want to do right now is take the game too seriously at this stake. Like, it's just going to tilt me more. Because no matter what... No matter what, like, I don't care about studying to beat this 200L pool. I'm only doing this 200L pool for the challenge. I don't care about it. At all. So, to me, it's just boring. I'm already out of it. Like, my bankroll is good enough. Like, if I stopped streaming, I would never play this pool again. I would play it for, like, leaderboard grinding. So, I don't want to do this thing where, like, I'm just going to study to beat rake boss guys. Like, I don't actually have to play the stake. I'm doing it for a challenge. So, for me, I care about learning stuff about higher stakes and working on my game there. And if I, like, got a horrible downswing at higher, yeah, like, I'd be down. Variance in, like, 100k samples is just too high to care, yeah. I mean, it's the worst I've ever ran in, like, 100k sample, to be honest. Like, you know how it is, bro. Like, this stake is McDonald's, dude. Like, how many times do you ever lose here, bro? Like, for, like, even a 2k hand sample. Like, I feel like this shit has been insane, but whatever. Like, is it on me? I used to log on this 200L table, and I was like, I don't know why I don't just play 200L. I feel like I'd make 1k a day. Like, every day. Like, I literally had this thought. Like, I'm like, why do I even play higher? That's how I used to feel. I never lost at the stake. Like, obviously, that was probably good variance, and I was probably being slightly ignorant, but, like, legitimately, that's how I felt. It felt like these guys just, like, purely cap themselves. You just never call them, and then when they check, you just overbet bluff, and you just win the pot every single time. 100 times out of 100. And then, like, when they clearly have something, they just overcall you. Like, it was just all this shit that was happening. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm just... Yeah, just having fun. Exactly. What's up, Meeks? Let me figure out how I can get you the membership. I don't know how to gift it, though. Like... I don't know. I'll have to look into stuff more. To be honest, I'm kind of lazy with the content right now. I just want to get out of the stake, but yeah. Like, I just need to have fun and chill at 200. Like, I cannot be taking it that seriously. Like, a lot of people are like, I don't care to get an MDA guy to tell me how I could exploit the 200L pool more, or get a coach to tell me how to. Like, if I'm struggling at like 1k heads up or 2k heads up, okay, like 2k 6 max, sure. Ni hao, ni hao. Oh, Nick Evanov? Wait, are you the Ontario player? Are you the guy, Jazzman? The sometimes super aggressive player, sometimes nit, depending on the vibes. All right, I might end stream here. Wait, Jazzman 337, almost elite. Wait, where have you been? I feel like you haven't been on, but then again, I've been kind of not playing much, so. What is this hand? Oh yeah, we just fold turn here because it's underbluff. Are there any rigs? No. There's a couple guys, but the only, like, the rigs that I think are decent play 500 as well. So there's no, yeah. Yeah, I don't agree with some of your views. I mean, yeah, you guys. But I also was you, so I get it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what don't you agree with? The thing is, like, none of you guys will be able to empathize with the what it's like to stream poker, though. Unless you do stream poker, then I'm lying. Like, to me, it's like, I think you guys, like, I think some people will think I'm a lot more delusional than I am. Yeah, I might scream and rage about a hand being a bad beat, but then I'll come around the next day to realize, like, it was probably poorly played. Like, it's just in the moment. And how you react in the moment is not always indicative of how you actually, like, work on your game. Like, I am constantly thinking about stuff. Thanks. I'm glad you guys think I'm somewhat entertaining, because, like, the poker is obviously not been the best. I fold here is sus as fuck, but it's whatever, man. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Because there is the part of you that just feels like you're better than the stake, and it is true. Like I don't know. Some of you guys might cook me, but I do think I'm better than the stake. So, like I do. There is a part of me that thinks I'm above it, and that is probably what tilt comes from. But you're using energy inefficiently if you react in the moment. I mean, that's true, but I mean, dude, like, I don't think I'm like honestly, guys, like, how many of you guys, if you were forced to like play a stake 5x lower and then you ran like this, like, genuinely, like, you guys would be crashing out, like. Whether this video thing is McDonald's, like, fake or trash, but like usually it's like fake and trash. Yeah, that's the best way to summon it. It's merge. But anyway, hopefully we get the 100% rake rack and sunrun, and then we just like fucking make $1 trillion. What do you guys think? I sent the email again today. I'm up to 34 concurrent when I'm streaming poker on Twitch. I'm like, surely we're close, guys. Like, surely. Do you know a way to track the BBJ rake? No, I don't. No, I didn't do solvers a lot. I did like some stupid cash game course that kind of simplified stuff. I wonder to this day if it sent me back or helped me, but I'll never know. But I did this like stupid, not stupid. I don't want to shout it out because no free shoutouts, but it wasn't that good. I also wouldn't recommend it to you guys if you were learning the game. So that's why I don't want to say it. But I did this like I did a beginner cash game course on one of these like sites, and it taught me like the basics of just like if you don't block the folds on the river. It just basically the whole course was just about like bluffing when you don't have a flush draw if you bet the flush draw. Like it was kind of just McDonald's, but I find like if you guys just like played every day and then you like use sim, obviously you want to like know how to use sims. So yeah, sims are kind of fake though. I recommend just consuming content, and once you feel like the content you're consuming, and it could be coincidental, is actually making you better at the game, then just stick to that one. But just only watch content that makes you actually you feel like you come away, like the guy's not confusing for no reason to try and sound smarter than he is. There's a lot of guys, for example, like I'm not gonna, like Charlie Carroll, for example. I don't think anyone could watch that and get better at the game. It feels like half the content is him just talking about how like good he is. And like there's no like actual like grounds that you could like building blocks to like actually like improve upon. Not that I think he's a bad player maybe, but I just think like he's kind of got this like white magic thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think what he's teaching, I don't think he's made that many people that good at online poker. Let's put it that way. Just because I just don't think what he teaches is like replicatable. Like it's just like maybe like there was a coach that came in his chat. Maybe those guys are good, but overall the way he markets it stuff, he tries to basically make you feel like it's like the classic like online hustle, like almost Andrew Tate-esque, where he makes you feel like you couldn't do what he does. Like he tries to make you feel like you suck at the game by just saying he's a genius and he always reads hold cards and he plays so differently than you play that you just watch and you go, wow, I want to like, and then what's it called? So then you come away with it almost being more confused about poker, so you feel like you have to buy the course. Like you feel almost like you're worse at poker after watching his video because of how good he is and how confusing the way he plays is. And it's kind of like a common grift where people like if you watch these like mindset guys, they make you feel like shit. Oh, this is why you can't get girls. Oh, this is why you can't. And then that way the person watching it feels like, holy shit, I'm a loser. I need this guy's course to be not a loser. It's kind of the same vibe. Whereas you watch someone, for example, I liked watching Clancy, Know Your Poker. I think that guy's really good. I liked watching Jeremy's old videos. When you watch these guys, and these guys are even higher stakes, I think there's some good lower stakes content out there as well. Honestly, Hungry Horse, from what I've watched, he doesn't really say anything that wrong. So, and I think you could build off of it. Like, he explains basic stuff, but it does, especially versus recreationals. If you play live, I think he's pretty good, probably. He explains stuff that is actually digestible for someone to learn. So I feel like if you watch these guys, you should come away with it like feeling like you just got a little bit better at poker. Even if you don't look at solvers or anything, you just come away with it feeling like a little bit better at the game. Whereas if you ever watch a guy and you come away feeling worse at the game, like shittier at the game, then you should not watch them. Because there's a lot of guys that do this grift where they just try to confuse you and then make you feel like, fuck man, he must be the best because I don't even know the level he's on. Yeah. Garrett Corner, I don't watch him, so I couldn't say. I feel like he's gotten better. I feel like a while ago he was worse. But I'm not gonna shit on anyone that I don't really watch, as long as because he doesn't seem like that big of a grifter. But I could be wrong. I'll give you a cult read. And also reads and tells are kind of fake, right? Because like you can just get reverse telled. Like I don't know, anyone who's charging you that much to beat Rex is just like so McDonald's, right? Collie is the best. Nick, are you? Collie's a chill ass dude. I like Collie. I don't know why. Like just because you said it, I feel like you're memeing, but it's making me sound like I think it's a meme, which is not true. But you're just an asshole. I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Just because I know people in Ontario Discord flame him. I don't even know the drama. I don't even know the beef. Because I'm so out of the loop. The upswing lab? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of... If you feel like... I mean, Doug seems like... I almost said something that was like probably wrong. Yeah, it's probably good to get started. Yeah, I would imagine. Like especially the cheap stuff. Like I recommend, like as long as it's not too expensive. Yeah, and then once you get better at the game, don't be afraid to just move over to solvers quickly though. Like once you get because the sooner you get started, the better you can get at the game. And it takes a while to actually be able to just read the solver quickly and like learn something. Yeah. That's my opinion. And don't fall into the trap of like trying to memorize stuff. That's the thing. Memorizing stuff is always fake. Try to actually learn the concepts. And the easiest way to learn the concepts is to watch streamers. Like for example, yeah, like Yuri, oh yeah, Ryan Risk. I don't know who Gazzy is, but I'm sure he's good if you're comparing it with those guys. Benna, I like Benna. Like if you're like Clancy, I like Clancy a lot. I think he's probably the best for like explaining solver stuff. Know Your Poker, I think he's very good. I have a lot of respect for him. He's way better at creating poker content than me. So I'm a bit of a Know Your Poker fanboy, to be honest. So anyways guys, I'm gonna end stream and then we're going to I'll be live in 4 minutes. Good luck us. So yeah, anyways, I'll be live in 4 guys. Make sure to stay around if you like me. If you don't